Hello everyone. So in this short video we'll talk about Gaussian pulse and the related inputs that we generally use while working with models. So for example, Gaussian pulse, like the one we will be defining here, are very useful in many real-world simulation. For instance, in acoustic simulation you can have a pulse and often you can use it to mimic like a quick sound burst, just like the kind of speaker or sonar system might emit. By observing how this pulse travels through a medium, we can study reflection, diffraction, and so on, which is exactly what happens in non-destructive testing. Also in structural mechanics, we might apply a pulse as a force or pressure to a beam or a plate and then observe how the structure vibrates and damps over time. This helps in analyzing stability or dynamic response. Even in thermal simulation, a similar pulse can represent a sudden heat input, like form of a laser beam or something like that, or even electrical heating element. Now, all these phenomena require you to have like a pulse that is more realistic than a constant value, right? So across all these fields, pulses are commonly used, and I thought I will make a very short video how you can do it. So I'll just start by creating a 3D model. So I'll click on 3D model. I don't need it, but yeah. So I'll click on functions. So I just right click on function and click on analytic. Now in analytic, you have this expression. Very easily you can do that. So I'll just type the expression exp, and then I have a bracket, or instead I will just copy the expression. It is already there. I've written it. So yeah, I'll just paste the expression and I'll change this to time. Now as you can see, if I click on plot, you will see something like this and I will think maybe it is wrong, but the limits are important. So the upper limit is in SI unit 1 second, but our pulse is in microseconds. So I'll just put the scale to, let's say, 100 microseconds and click on plot, and you will see that right now I have a pulse something like this. And obviously you can change the expression and the parameter to get your desired value. Now you can also do like more complicated pulse. So for example, maybe you can multiply it with, let's say, a sine term, and when you click on plot you will see that you will have a more realistic vibrational pulse that you can use in your model. So I think these kind of things are quite useful, so I thought I should make a video about it. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Hopefully this concept will help you to create better models, more realistic calculations, and so on. Thank you. Have a nice day.